Welcome back to another Rebel Rant. And all I can say is I just wanted to take the day off. Today is Sunday while I'm recording this, and it's late in the evening, but yeah, it's just I was planning on working it all today on the channel. So I fired up some YouTube, and what is one of the first things that pops up? Heelvsbabyface having his own rant about Dynamite Comics. And he's not the only one. ThatUmbrellaGuy is actually streaming live right this very second about this situation. And both of them, they've finally, it sounds like they've finally reached the end of the rope. This is the last straw. And I don't blame them one bit. I reached that point a long time ago personally. And they are legitimately mad. And justifiably so. This is just, it's out of control. It's ridiculous. So what's going on here is Dynamite Comics has bent the knee. There was a comic book cover by a fellow named Cecil. I'm not really familiar with him, as I pretty much left the comic book culture behind several years ago when I accidentally purchased the first Green Lantern comic book with Alan Scott, who had been changed into one of the alphabet people. I had heard something about it in passing, and when I purchased the comic, I had no idea that was the comic, that issue. And when I turned the page to discover what they had done to Alan Scott, I was furious. I was furious at being duped. I was furious at being tricked into spending money on something that I didn't want anything to do with. And this was back, well, I forget the exact year, 5-6 years ago, when that issue came out on the stands. And I have not bought a comic book since. And people are forgiving by nature. At least some people are. Maybe most. But one thing I've learned a long time ago is that there comes a time when you need to recognize something for what it is, and you stop feeding into it over and over again. It reaches a point where you just simply need to cut it off. And I reached that point 5-6 years ago. And now it seems that other channels are finally reaching that point. At least it seems so, according to these last couple videos that I've just watched. And I'm not going to lie, it is gratifying. Heelvsbabyface was, he was mad. Dude was mad. And he had every right to be. And same thing with ThatUmbrellaGuy. Just as mad as Heel. All I can say is welcome to the club, fellas. Welcome. The door's been open for a long time. This type of thing is just, it's beyond the pale. As you can see from this tweet, an official announcement from Nick Barucci, CEO and publisher of Dynamite Comics. In speaking with Cecil, neither one of us realized the cover would be so polarizing. We discussed and are not moving forward with the cover or the campaign. So not only is the CEO of Dynamite openly making this decision, but it sounds like Cecil himself has also made himself part of this decision-making process, which is doubly disappointing. And it's just, I honestly, personally, I can't even get mad anymore. This stuff's been going on for so long. I can't even get mad anymore because it's become the norm. And it's not a good norm to be waking up to. But it is gratifying to see these other channels to finally say enough is enough. And it's just, it's incredible to watch this unfold in real time. I was fully prepared to just relax and enjoy the day off, and then boom, this just explodes across the computer screen. And it's not something that can just, I just can't not react to it. So here we are. It's just, Heels versus Babyface and ThatUmbrellaGuy, they're not the only ones. We got Itchy Baka here, Nerdrotic, Yellow Flash, and many other people. There's that Umbrella Guy, and people pay attention to this. In spite of what mainstream media might want you to believe, people are paying attention to these things. Because what's going on in pulp culture is an indicator of bigger issues across the country and in society in general. These are not isolated incidents that only apply to pop culture and entertainment. It's just, I honestly just don't even, it's almost difficult to know what to even say at this point, because it happens every day. It's happening left and right. Stuff that used to bring entertainment into people's lives, to give them a break from their problems, to give them a break from life, and to remind them that, to give them hope and inspire them in the world of fiction and fantasy and science fiction. It's I hate saying it, I hate putting it this way. It's almost like people's church. I'm not going to go off on that rant. That's a whole nother issue altogether. But people turn to their pop culture and whatnot for comfort. It's not a perfect comfort and whatnot, but a comfort nonetheless. And once you take away that comfort, that pop culture, they got nothing left. I hate having to say that. It is sad to say, but it is the truth. And these people, these companies, they are playing with fire. People such as myself, geeks in general, we just want to be left alone. To be able to enjoy ourselves, enjoy our lives. And the people responsible for these types of things, they're not making that possible. They haven't made that possible for a long time now. And they created a powder keg and are now in the process of lighting it. We are not doing this. These people are. This is not what we want. This is what they're working towards. And after watching Heels versus Babyface and ThatUmbrellaGuy today, I think they're about to get what they want, except that the results are not going to be what they were expecting. So this is, we'll see. Time will tell for sure here, but it seems like this might very well be a turning point for a lot of people, which I hope so. Until people fully understand and accept the fact that this is what these companies are doing, then honestly, it's not going to change. Nothing is going to change until the average fan, the average geek, the average person accepts the fact that there is a very serious problem, not only in society but in pop culture and entertainment, which is an extension of society. And then and only then will people be ready to engage in significant change. And I'm hoping that today is the day for a lot of them to make that decision and to make that change. The simple fact is that time will tell. And with that said, make sure to always look beneath the surface. This has been another Rebel Rant.